a story from Nottingham. Mental. Like, people don't know this, actually, because low-key, I've been down to Nottingham. It's a fucking moody place. Like, if anyone's ever been there, they know what I'm talking about. Like, all the other cities, everyone talks about Manchester, for all the Manchester, all of that. Liverpool, obviously, bit of crime. The Northeast, Borough, Newcastle. I don't know, I've really played down Liverpool. Bit of crime, like. I used to have a bird down in Liverpool, so I got a soft spot for it, But yeah, more than a bit of crime. Let's be reasonable about it. But, also got wrecked by Thatcher, swings and roundabouts, right? One of them.
Got the Beatles, mate. Always got that from.
And I don't even count London. Like, London's just a fucking nightmare. Like, London is just, it's not even real, is it? Like, London isn't real, but it's just there. In fact, I don't think anyone lives in London anymore who's not in some crime syndicate, if the movies are to be believed. Every movie that's set in London's just a crime, like a gangster film these days. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, Nottingham is the fucking one that is the sleeper part of Britain. That is ridiculous. And I used to go down there. I used to have mates down there. I used to have a mate who played rugby down there. And mate, do you remember that story about that biker gang? Where they were just riding around on bikes with shotguns, shooting at each other, like Wild West shit. Like, that was Nottingham.
Wasn't that with shotguns as well? Isn't that
where that's where Shottenham. Yeah, but mate, they've been calling it Shottenham before that, like. But yeah, Shottenham's fucking mental, mate. Like, it's just a wild place. And so that's just the organised crime side of things. But it's just weird and moody. There's just mad shit happening all the time. So if anyone's ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. I think also as well that woman who looked like a super mutant out of Fallout lived there, if I was right. The one who was pointing the hairdryer at the cars. But whatever, shit, that's not her fault. I'm just saying, it's, maybe not a holiday place, But anyway, this story is just unreasonable as fuck. So there's a guy in Nottingham, right, who walks around dressed as the Joker, and he just commits antisocial crimes, and he graduated to committing a horrendous violent crime, right? So this is a guy, Damien Hammond, his name is, right? Where it just even says in the picture, Damien Hammond is well known for walking around Nottingham dressed as the Joker. Like, maybe someone could have seen this coming a little bit. Like, I don't know.
Imagine seeing him just in the light of day.
Is
it Halloween? Like, no, mate, it's April 20th.
You just go home. You just go home immediately. Like, Like, if you're waiting for a bus and he's at the same stop, you walk away. This is by a little bit of advice for all the Zooms out there, because remember, when quarantine gets lifted, we're all going to have to go out again. Some of you maybe for the first time in your young lives, leaving the house. If you see anyone dressed as the Joker in a public setting, unless that setting is a Halloween party, get the fuck out of that building. Get away from these. Nothing good is coming from that interaction, right? I just want to let you know up front, okay? I've lived a little. You can listen to me. So anyway, the headline, Nottingham's Joker. He's not even
known for it, mate.
Just known for it. Like, Nottingham's Joker jailed for attacking man with bowling ball. A prolific criminal has been jailed for dropping a bowling ball on a council worker's head, giving him a brain injury.
Fucking hell.
Mate, a bowling ball on your head. It's not like the fucking Flintstones, mate. That's outrageous. How's he lived?
It's done well to not get a squished head, like, just bring.
Mate, tanking that is unreal. Like, what an hard cunt. Damien Hammond, who is known for walking around Nottingham dressed as Batman's nemesis. That you don't add that bit to the news. You don't need to tell me it's Batman. Yeah, I know. No, but not even. Who cares? Like, that's not the story here. Like, why don't you just go in? Give me the deep lore on the Batman in the middle of a BBC crime report. And if you've read Year One, actually, canonically, like, fucking chill out. Like, anyway. And he had previously been convicted of 110 offences.
That's mad.
110.
How is he not in jail?
Right.
Well, no, he is, like, obvious, but fuck.
Yeah. In December 2019, he attacked a man who was collecting a television that he himself had left on the pavement outside his flat.
Called
the bowling ball
rubbish, smashed him with a bowling ball. So
yeah, the bowling ball incident fractured the man's skull and gave him a brain hemorrhage.
Fucking hell.
The judge gave him what is known as an extended sentence, thank fuck, in order to protect the public. He will serve 16 years, but it must comprise of 12 years in custody and an extended license period of 4 years. The judge told him, "You are a volatile individual." Again, talk about understatements today, innit? Like, yeah, mate, he's been dressed as the Joker and committed 110. He may as well be the fucking Joker at that point, like, you know what I mean? When you've committed that number of crimes dressed as the Joker, you are just the Joker, aren't you?
Exactly. What about when this cunt comes out and does something worse? Like, how daft are you cunts going to look before? Like, so he did 110 crimes just as a Joker. He smashed someone's head with a bowling ball, and then you decided to let him back out, and now he's just fucking taking out 10 pins worth of heads with a bowling ball. He's got a fucking strike, you mad cunts. How could he just go, yeah, a couple of years, he'll be sound? Like, he's fucked, isn't he?
You are a volatile individual who will almost certainly offend again.
Yeah.
And like the previous 110 times, yeah. And it would be short-sighted of me if I were not to protect the public. You are dangerous, and you must only be released when that danger has subsided.
True.
The court heard about how he had a 2-hour standoff with police in which he threatened to kill anyone who approached him. Then, after setting fire to himself, he jumped out of a window.
How was he living?
He then pled guilty to affray.
Guilty to affray? What does that mean?
Well, like, affray is like, you know, having a rough up. So...
All right, so I guess like sort of evading police, like roughing up the police, getting angry.
Yeah, he's jumped out a window while he's on fire and been seized by police. Like, yeah, and it's kind of nice to call that a fray. Like, that's fucking out.
That's what I mean. Like, you've been charged for fucking self-arson, being a dangerous cunt, and pissing me off.
But yeah. So yeah, just Nottingham in a fucking nutshell. One of the maddest fucking stories I've ever heard. Well, here's what I don't understand as well. How have they got all these pictures of him? Like, just look at the BBC. How have they just got pictures of him walking around dressed as the Joker?
Everyone knows him, doesn't they? That's what I mean. Like, look at this. It says here in 2016 he was given a 12-month prison sentence for wounding. He was also jailed in 2018 for carrying out a series of offences over a 3-month period, including obstructing a police officer, criminal damage, and disorderly conduct.
Yeah, and look though, like, mate, to be fair to him, that's not what I mean. But like, he's committed to the joke a bit. Like, look at him, he's got the purple jacket and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
he has gone all in. Like,
you know, just saying, he is about that life. Like, but it is definitely a good thing he's in prison now. Like, so. You're safe, council workers. And obviously get well soon to that fella who's just gone round to do the bins or whatever, you know what I mean?
A bowling ball to the head for no reason whatsoever. Is this what you want checking out, mate? Hey, bad bastard!
I'll also add, like, to be fair, I mean, like, the Joker did try and commit unbelievable crimes that were going to, like, cause the upheaval of society. He didn't just harass council workers.
He's on his way up,
brutally
mate.
assault
That's what
them,
I'm worried about. He's been slowly phasing up. God knows what he's going to do when he's out after 16 or 12 years, mate. He's going to go fucking mad, doesn't he?
What, you think this is like an origin story, is it?
Yeah, he needs a 24/7 tag, like.
Yeah. Right.
A GoPro attached to his head at all times. Just watch.
I'd watch that, like.
Yeah.
I would watch that. That's the future of entertainment. Criminals get early release on the proviso that a TV network broadcasts. The fucking GoPro that's taped to their head. That's coming to America, like it must do. If you can imagine it, Americans are going to do it, aren't they? Just how it is, like.